Okay, I don't have a job number for this yet, but I am at Mill Lane, and this is for Diana Cole at Cole Properties. I was just over at Mill Run 1 looking at some driveway approaches, and she also asked me to come over to Mill Lane. Scope of work at Mill Lane, this is out in Mill Creek. It's to replace all of the asphalt that goes down the main drive aisles, and I'll show you the map in the end. But we need to do a full depth grind and overlay in here, and I think I'm supposed to plug in 4 inches. So 4-inch grind, full depth grind and overlay, and it starts right out here, right at this seam that you see, which is just past the stop sign. Okay, so coming right off of that joint of the curb and gutter and over to there, all the asphalt, remove and replace. Then you've got concrete in here, and all the concrete is exposed aggregate. This is a retirement community, so it's pretty quiet. But there are 12 different units. As you can see, I've got numbers 15918, and then it goes all the way down. I think there's 12 different units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so there's 12 different units. And each unit has, on average, you got like 15904 here, but you've got A, B, C, and D driveways. That goes for just about all these other units too. So over there where we've got, 15908, it's A, B, C, and D. So that means there's 4 different driveways per each unit. I'll have all these plugged into Google Drive so that you can see this. But I've got a measurement for every driveway. So 15918A is a 23 by 15. And then you got B, which is 20 by 16. A, 19 by 15. So you're going to see that on Google Drive. 4-inch depth, remove and replace, exposed aggregate. Needs expansion joints in here. It'll need a eco pan on the bid. We don't need a street use permit. This is all private neighborhood. There's a little bit of staging available. That's a small area. In the very back of the property, though, there's an area in the grass where I'm parked. That's another area for staging as well. Okay. One of the things that we need to be mindful of is that on some of these, you'll see on Google Drive, I'll have, for instance, it says 19524A. At Unit A, the driveway is a 19 by 15, but then there's also some sidewalk that's 9 by 4. Another example is down here at 15914. At B, they've got 7 by 4 sidewalk to replace. Down at 15908, or I'm sorry, 15906, at D, there's a 12 by 3 sidewalk, and it's the second panel in from the driveway. And then you got a 10 by 3 at 15908A. All of those I'll have highlighted on the aerial map, so you can see which stuff is sidewalk and which stuff is drive aisle. Okay. One other thing we got to do is we have to. Well, she didn't say we had to stripe these back, so I'm not going to stripe those back. I asked Diana if we needed to stencil in these little addresses on the sidewalk, and she said no, because they're up there on the building, and if we do have to put them in later, then she'll get a price from us to do so. There's not very many catch basins in this property. You've got little sections of iron, like here's a catch basin here towards the entrance. As you get a little farther down here, there's another catch basin, and that's about it. Everything has flow going right down the middle, so it raises up on both sides, all falls down into the middle here. There's going to be a utility company out here, I think, in the next month or two. They're going to be digging up some of this asphalt, and they're going to be running some irrigation lines through the asphalt, and Diana's hoping they get all their work done so then we can come in and do the final asphalt grind and overlay. She doesn't want them to cut into the asphalt after we do our work. So that means the asphalt portion of this could potentially go until, it might not go until springtime maybe. It's one way in, one way out. You see that dead end's there. And then down here, there's a circular drive at the trees at that yellow house on the end. Circles around, comes back. Okay. And then, like I said, this goes down here at the very end and has a circular drive. So, here's another example of 15924A where I put in that little section of sidewalk to repair. It has a trip hazard on it. And here I am parked down at the end. It's a very small area for staging, but you could park a trailer, and potentially a trailer, and a couple trucks or cars. We can park along the side in here. One thing we'll have to be careful though is I don't know where the new irrigation is going to go, if it's going to be right alongside the grass here or not. So we had to be careful of that when we come in to do our work. I'm hoping that we could do the sidewalk repairs first and then come in and do the asphalt. It's kind of my hope is that we'll be able to do that. There's one last catch basin down there at the end, by the way. But I'm hoping that's going to be the case, is we get to do a little bit of concrete and then come in and do the asphalt repairs. So there's lots of work here to do, but she says it does need to be done. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.